Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on WWE Raw, 27th of February 2017. We kick off the show with Goldberg walking through the back and then making his way to the ring. He thanked Green Bay. He says last week Kevin Owens came out with his nice little shirt, his nice little suit and his nice little spotlight, and he did what he does best. He talked and talked and talked and talked till he couldn't talk anymore, and he talked some more. Goldberg said he doesn't do that even if he's in a good mood. He said he is 6 days out. He said he'll never made a promise that he did not follow through. Bill promised at Fastlane, Spear, Jackhammer, 1, 2, 3, Goldberg becomes a Universal Champion and will take it to WrestleMania, where he will face Brock Lesnar. Please, God, no. Bill said he promises everyone in the arena and everyone watching his wife, his son and Kevin Owens that he will be delivered and he will see him on Sunday. Kevin Owens does not wait for Sunday. He makes his way onto the stage. Kevin said that it is good that Bill Goldberg is in a good mood because he's in a good mood too. When he was in his nice little suit and his nice little spotlight, he got a lot off his chest, and there was one thing missing. Bill was not there. He can tell something to Bill's face. Kevin says he's made a promise when he came to WWE. He said he came to WWE, he would grab it by the throat and show everyone what he is about. On the first night, he beat John Cena. He beat the poster boy for the last decade on night one. Then he beat the crazy guy, Dean Ambrose, and they beat the Flavour of the Month, AJ Styles, the Architect. He beat him. The big guy remains. He beat him too. Kevin said he will not bring up what he did to Chris Jericho, but it does not matter. Kevin told Bill, no matter how loud these sheep chant your name, they do chant his name after that, you're next. Kevin says he's not saying it's the same cute way Goldberg does because it is his catchphrase. You're the next in the evolution of Kevin Owens as Universal Champion. Bill says everyone should give Kevin a hand for his rousing speech. Bill says it pissed him off, so why wait until Sunday? He wants to give Green Bay something. Kevin says not to speak Neanderthal of and fight right here, right now. Let's do this in a Green Bay street fight. Kevin Sullivan said Green Bay does not deserve to see him fight. They'll fight this Sunday. He cannot wait for the moment when the referee counts 3 and he stands over Goldberg with the Universal title. Kevin says Goldberg chance die on Sunday. It was a great opening promo, to be fair. The problem is this is like last week, a great opening promo to a kind of a lackluster Raw. But let's get straight into the whole rest of the Raw. Then the New Day make their way to the ring. Xavier says that as your host for WrestleMania, they have a lot on their plate. Kofi says you shouldn't be concerned with what's on their plate. Big E said you're concerned about what's in your bowls. Xavier said you want much more than bootios. Y'all want ice cream. Kofi talks about the New Day pops and a mouthful of magic. Big E said they have to take the shine off the shining stars first. Before the match, New Day is handed an envelope. Xavier says they're not going up against them. They have a match later tonight against The Big Show. Xavier opens the envelope and Big E reads that they are facing Rusev and Jinder Mahal. Why? And then we have that match. Rusev gets knocked off the apron during it, and Mahal with a super kick to Big E, but Woods makes the tag. Woods with a cop body for the near fall. Rusev with a round kick to Big E and send him to the floor. Rusev yells at Kofi while Mahal is rolled up with an O'Connor roll, and Woods added a Backland bridge, and Woods gets a 3 count. After the match, Rusev and Mahal argue. It was alright, to be fair. Xavier was in the match, so I felt happy about that because I'm a massive Xavier fan. But let's just see where this goes. Then we see Enzo and Cass in the locker room. Enzo says he'll use the titles to pick up women. He said he'll wear the title everywhere. Colin points out that Gandos and Allison have won titles all around the world, while they have never won a title together. He says that changes on Sunday. Colin says he has to focus on his match with Luke Gallows. Then we go to Sheamus yelling at Cesaro, but Cesaro's trying to explain things metaphorically. Samoa Joe stops by and he says it's been a long time since he's seen Cesaro, but he is the same guy trying to figure it out. Sheamus starts to get in Joe's face, but Cesaro holds him back. Cesaro says he can handle this. He's always been able to take care of Joe. Joe says Cesaro is busy trying to get a grasp of the brass ring, and Cesaro just says Joe is busy holding Hunter's jockstrap. And then Joe walks away and Sheamus says he would like to kick his ass, but Cesaro said he has it under control. I enjoyed that little segment, to be fair. It was alright. Then Stephanie is signing something. Mick Foley comes in. She says that she needs to apologise to Mick. And he's like, "What? To McMahon apologising to me?" She goes through the length of he would go through to the adversity and fear. That was Mick Foley's hired to be general manager. She said 17 years ago, tonight, her husband ended Mick Foley's career, and she's not going to apologise for that. She says Hunter gets stronger while Mick has gotten weaker. She didn't understand how far into the abyss he had fallen. Mick doesn't understand how far he's fallen. She said Mick is a shell of himself. He does not measure up to his own expectations. She apologises for putting him in the position that a man once stood up to anyone and anything could barely stand at all. She says Mick has to realise that with every stake he becomes more pathetic and more feeble. She didn't say it in an angry tone. She just said it in a very sympathetic tone and walked out after that. It was brutal. I mean, God. It was great, but God, Stephanie. It doesn't prove she has to be angry to burn everybody. She did that nicely. Jesus Christ. Then we go to Brian Kendrick on the Titantron. He says he tried to take Tozawa under his wing and to become something special in WWE. Tozawa turned his offer down and he had to be taught a lesson. Lesson 1, then lesson 2. He said he hopes Tozawa is learning his lessons. Then we were told that on the kickoff show we'll see Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa against Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar. And that sounded like pretty good. I'd enjoy that match. Then we have Akira Tozawa versus Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. Tozawa goes up top and leaps over Dar when he moves. Tozawa with a snap German suplex for the 3 count. It was a pretty good match. I enjoyed that. Dar and Tozawa were pretty entertaining. After the match, Brian Kendrick attacks Tozawa and sends him to the ring post, then hits a running boot from the apron and Tozawa hits the ring post. Brian gets a mic and says, that is lesson number 3. Even though you might win your match, you need to have eyes in the back of your head, and you don't. Even when the match is over, it's not over. He said Tozawa, if he has any questions, he said he hopes Tozawa is learning his lesson. It was good, to be fair. I'm enjoying this whole rivalry between Akira Tozawa and Brian Kendrick. It's very entertaining. Then we go to Samoa Joe and he asked if Mick Foley is not having a nice day, and he said, "No, I'm not having a nice day. I'm not having a good 7 months, to be honest." However, he said Stephanie was right about what she said. 13 years ago he believed in Joe, but now Joe is just Triple H's puppet. He just goes where Triple H says to go, does what he says to do and stuff like that, and then Joe says no one tells him what to do, and Mick says, "I'm the general manager. As long as I'm general manager, even if it's just a few more hours, you'll listen to what I say." And he tells him that he has a match against Cesaro tonight. I enjoyed this little segment. It made Mick get a bit of his character back, and I do like that. Then we go to Charlotte and Dana Brooke in the ring, and Charlotte says she cannot get over what happened last week. She thought Bayley was a happy, hugging role model, and she would hand over the title. Her biggest moment, Bayley showed the world that she was a really selfish, egocentric, greedy win at every cost person. Charlotte said she knew how Bayley is, and she has you all going. Charlotte says Bayley should have won the Academy Award for what she did. Charlotte said Bayley is average, just like all of you. She said Bayley does not care how she won. She didn't care for BFF to help her win. She'll always be just Bayley. Bayley will be a one-hit wonder. She'll have a moment in the sun and then it will fade away. Charlotte said she is not a one-hit wonder. Then Bayley's music interrupts Charlotte. Charlotte calls Bayley a cheater. Bayley says Charlotte should be calling her the champion. Bayley said that she's the one-hit wonder that beat you 3 times. Whether you or Stephanie like it or not, she made the right decision last week. Bayley says once you reach your dream and move on. Bayley's next dream is, she points at the WrestleMania stuff and says she's walking into WrestleMania as the woman's champion. Charlotte said she is sick and tired of your dream. She said she will regain what is hers at Fastlane. She will buy Bayley's dad a front row ticket so she can see her daughter live up to being the one-hit wonder. Sasha Banks' music played and she asked Charlotte if she wants everyone to have daddy issues. Bayley is everything you wish you were and everything they want. Bayley is more deserving of that title than you will ever be. Charlotte says she's impressed that Sasha didn't lose her breath because she's busy taking Bayley's spotlight. Sasha reminds Charlotte they had a match. Charlotte said they have a tag team match, but a protege is not a partner. It is this woman, Nia Jax. And Dana just looked like, "What are you doing to me? You what, bitch? You're going to replace me with this bitch? Yeah, we'll see what's happening." I don't know what that was, but yeah. Dana was not happy. And then Dana tried to interfere, but Bayley sent Charlotte to the floor. Bayley with a belly-to-belly suplex to Dana on the floor. Nia jacks Sasha off the turnbuckle and then slams Sasha onto Bayley, and then Nia with a leg drop to Bayley for the 3 count. It was a good match and a good promo, to be fair. I did enjoy all of that. Then Mick Foley is in the office and she tells Braun Strowman he cannot give him any competition tonight. Braun says he doesn't want a competition, he wants a contract. He's been taking Roman down week after week. He wants a contract for the match against Roman Reigns at Fastlane, so Roman doesn't tuck his tail and run away. Foley says Roman will not tuck his tail and run away. That he will do a contract signing. Strowman says he wants Roman's name on a contract or else. I enjoyed that bit. It was good. Then we are back and Enzo Amore and Colin and Cassidy have something to say. Colin says they'll become the tag team champs and they have one word to describe them and they spell it out. SWFAFT stuffed. Sorry, what did I screw up? I don't know. Then we had Luke Gallows with Cole Anderson versus Big Cass. Colin with a fall-away slam and another splash in the corner. Colin with a side slam and then hits the Empire Elbow. Enzo gets attacked by Anderson on the floor, but Enzo sends Anderson into the ring steps. Colin with a big boot to Gallows to get the 3 count. It was a fairly good match. I don't know why they just keep doing this. Can we please just add other tag teams in there? Please. And then this match we're having next was set up when they shot an angle in catering, which was before the show. Titus O'Neil was sitting beside Sheamus, and after Joe destroys Cesaro tonight, Sheamus will need a new partner. Apparently O'Neil had info because the match wasn't until an hour into the programme. Sheamus got tired of O'Neil and shoved him into a table. Note to self, WWE, don't shoot the angle before you make the match. Your logic kind of goes out the window there. Good job. Either way, we have Titus O'Neil versus Sheamus. Titus attacks Sheamus before he enters the ring and sends it into the ring barrier and apron. They get in the ring. Titus attacks Sheamus again. The referee checks on Sheamus and starts the match. Titus with the splash in the corner and then loads of booths and stuff like that. And then Titus argues with the referee and then Sheamus hits a bro kick for the 3 count. It was pretty good. And then we are back and Corey Graves in the ring and he shows us a video package of the recent events involving Seth Rollins. He then brings out Seth Rollins. He's in a leg brace and crutches. Corey asks Seth about his knee. He says it's alright. The tear was more significant than the first diagnosis. With him coming back soon, the rehab has been intense. It is what it is. Corey asked Seth what's in his head now. He said that is tricky. If he's being honest, this sucks. He feels the same snap knee and maybe he deserves this. Corey asked Seth to explain what he means. I deserve this. He said 2 years ago I was holding the title over my head at WrestleMania. It was the greatest moment of his career. What did I sacrifice for that? He pointed so many fingers and made so many excuses. He said he told the world he did not sell out. He bought in. Seth says he shouldn't have known better. Triple H stabbed him in the back and he was supposed to change and be something better and something different. Somewhere along the way he lost sight of that. Seth said he is feeling like this is his fault. Corey asked Seth about whether he'll miss WrestleMania for the 2nd year in a row. He asked if he'll be at WrestleMania. He said right now it is not looking good. It does not look like the doctors are going to clear him for WrestleMania. Triple H's music plays and he makes one to the stage and walks down to the ring. Hunter says he does not think he means it, but Hunter says it's good to see Seth. Hunter says last time we saw Seth, he did not think we'd see him again. He points to Samoa Joe on the other side of the ring and says Seth if he knows Joe, and he says Seth gives a wishy-washy answer earlier and he gives Seth the answer. He will give Seth the answer. Seth will not be at WrestleMania. If Seth knows what's good for him, he will not be at WrestleMania. If Seth is coming to the realisation he deserves it, you knew it was coming and you knew damn well you were getting into. Hunter says Seth is made him the man and the face of WWE. You were the biggest star to come around in a long time. You shoved the title in everyone's face and you told them you were the man. Joe gets on the apron while Hunter tells Seth that he did this for him. You bit the hand that feeds you. What do you think was going to happen? You were going to go on your merry little way. You're not stupid like these people. You know how it works. Hunter says he used Seth and spit him out. Hunter says tell Seth to man up and get over it. When he does that to him, you were profiting along the way. Hunter says he told everyone that you were the future, but you are the past. You are washed up and a beaten up superstar who's worthless. Hunter tells Seth to salvage what is left. You need to make the right decision. This is the most profitable decision you have to make. Do not come to WrestleMania. Do not call him out of WrestleMania because he's done playing with there. He's done warding you. If you're a shop at WrestleMania, I swear it'll be the last thing you do in a WWE ring. And then Seth says, "Under a month ago, I told your wife that I have nothing left to lose, and it couldn't be true now. I will be at WrestleMania, and the last thing, if it's the last thing I ever do, I swear to you, it'll be the last thing you ever do." It was a great promo. I loved this promo. Both guys looked badass, and Seth Rollins at the start of it was a massive babyface promo. They're fully turning him into babyface, and I'm so happy. Can't wait to see that. Then we had the Shining Star versus the Big Show. Primo tags in and comes off the turnbuckle into a chop. Show pulls Epico on the apron back into the ring. Show punches Epico with the KO punch, and then Show slams Primo for 3 count. It was alright. What do you expect? Then Tony Nese in the locker room, and Neville stops by. He mentions their tag team against TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher. Neville tells Tony to propose. The purpose of this match is to put Jack Gallagher in his place before the Cruiserweight title match on Sunday. That sideshow made a mockery of their contract signing, so he'll enjoy proving he is not ready for the title and proving he is the king of Cruiserweights. Tony said this is what it is about for Neville, but he'll do what's best for the premier athlete. Good promo. Both guys are pretty good. Then we see a video package about Austin Aries, hyping his eventual debut. Cannot wait. It's going to be great. And then we have that tag team match. Perkins with a detonation kick to knees, followed by a running drop kick in the corner, followed by a side Russian swag sweep into a submission hold. And Neville decides not to help. Nese gets out of the hole, and Nese has to tap out. Oh, sorry. Neville decides not to help Nese get out of the hold, so he has to tap out. Which was a fairly good match. I like Cruiserweights. And then we get the video package that Beth Phoenix is the newest Hall of Fame inductee. Spoiler for a Wrestling Newsroom on Wednesday for that one. I will not say any more. I will talk about it more on Newsroom. But yeah, congratulations, Beth Phoenix. Then we are back. Bayley and Sasha are dealing with their injuries from last night. Sasha said she meant what she said. Bayley said she knows Charlotte has some tricks up her sleeve, especially around pay-per-views. Sasha said she'll be in Bayley's corner on Sunday. Stephanie shows match if Sasha thinks Bayley cannot win her home, or does she want to steal Bayley's spotlight. Stephanie says that Sasha will have a match against the most dominant female in WWE, Nia Jax. Stephanie tells Sasha to stop worrying about Bayley's back and worry about your own. It was nice to see her being more of a heel here, and I'm enjoying the storyline they're running here. It is pretty good. And then we have our main event, as in match-wise. Samoa Joe versus Cesaro. Cesaro goes for a springboard move, but Joe stops him, and with a Uragani or whatever for a 3 count. It was a really good match. He's not done the Muscle Buster since he's come up. Is that because he nearly killed Tyson Kidd with it? Who knows? But anyway, it was a really good match. I did not expect anything less from Samoa Joe and Cesaro, who are indie darlings. So, and then Joe's been interviewed after the match, and he asked about making an impact so fast. Joe said he came here to hurt people. He took care of a seasonal grappler and a 3 athlete, but Cesaro is not him. He serves a reminder to everyone in the back. It does not matter what you've accomplished or who you are. It does not matter how these people love you. Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, when you come up against a destroyer. Sami Zayn's music playing attacks Joe from the side. They fight on the floor by the stage and exchange punches. Zayn punches, and the officials come out and try to separate them. Joe with jabs because security fails at the job. Joe sends Zayn onto the stage. Zayn gets away and hits a dive on Joe, and then Zayn with punches. And then they finally get them separated. It was a really good brawl. I'm enjoying their feud as well. It's pretty good. And then we find out that Samoa Joe is facing Sami Zayn on Sunday. Does that mean Chris Jericho isn't got an opponent on Sunday? Well, he is technically injured, so no. What's going on? I wasn't under the impression that Chris Jericho was facing Sami Zayn for the US title. What the hell is going on? I can't wait to find out now. And then Mick Foley's in the ring, the contract signing between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Mick says it has been done so Roman does not back out the match. Mick says he cannot think of circumstances where Roman will back out. Braun Strowman makes his way to the ring. Braun says you brought the paperwork and the table. Your work is done here. Leave or out. Mick says he knows this is a big career moment for Braun. It's time Raw might get limited. However, Braun will respect what he says. Braun says he would have stood next to Mick and respected him when he was competition. He said Stephanie was right. Mick is pathetic. He is giving Mick the respect that a broken down suburban dad deserves. Mick said he is sick of being treated this way. You may not respect him as he is now. You respect him as a legend. You will learn to respect him or out. Strowman knocks the mic out of Mick Foley's hand, and Roman Reigns plays and makes down to the ring. Braun stands on the floor. Reigns kicks Strowman. Strowman sends Reigns over the ring steps. Reigns with the Superman punch off the ring steps. Reigns goes for another Superman punch, but Strowman catches him and sends him into the ring post. Strowman sends Roman into the crowd. Strowman with punches. Strowman sends Roman into the sound equipment. Reigns punches with a punch and slams Strowman's head into the dashboard. Roman with the Superman punch off the aisles and then spears through the barricade and a member of security. Roman goes into the ring and he's ready to sign the contract from Strowman as if that's all you've got. Roman with another Superman punch. Strowman grabs Roman and sends him into the corner, and the top turnbuckle comes off the ring post. Strowman walks up the ramp as Reigns is tended by officials. Reigns gets up and he signs the contract. It was a brutal brawl and I loved every minute of it. It has been kind of a good Raw. I mean, to be honest, it picked up after the Triple H Seth Rollins promo, but before that it was a bit kind of picked up in the last hour or so. To be fair, it was all right. Not a really good go home Raw. I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect such a lousy go home Raw, but hopefully WrestleMania will be a lot better. But anyway, this has been this week's episode of Raw. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.